So by the end of this video, that's what you should be able to play. Isn't that exciting? I'll be doing a part 2 of this that covers the chorus, because he goes into some more things up the fretboard. But in part 1, I'll be covering what you just saw me play there, which is pretty much the verse. So the first thing we're gonna learn is the finger picking pattern, which is a bit unique. I'm gonna show you first, I'm gonna play through it fast, and then go a bit slower and take you step by step. So it's kind of like we're going down, and then it's like a wave back down and a wave back down. That's kind of what the pattern reminds me of if you go string by string. Right, so we start with our index finger on the second string here, and then you're gonna take your thumb and place that on the low E string. And then you're gonna take your index finger and come up to the third string. So those three, let's do back. Just like that. Not like that. Just like that. And then next we're gonna go right back up to the first string, the high E string. So just like that. And then we're gonna go back down to the low E string with our thumb. So to play that again. And we're gonna take our index finger back to the third string. And then take it up to the second string. And we're gonna release our first shape. We're gonna take off our index finger on the fretboard to let that note ring. So to play that back, again, your thumb is just staying on the low E string and using your index finger to come from the top down. So we start with that second string, down to the low E string, index finger to the third string, index finger to the high E string, back down to the low E string, back up to the third string, then to our second string, and then you let go. So one more time. And then again, slower. So take some time to practice that if you need. I'm now just gonna show you the shapes and how they go. So we're gonna start with the first shape, of course. We're gonna take our fret hand and put your thumb over the first fret of the low E string. My hands hurt. I've been playing this song all day, so I might be a bit slow. Then take your index finger and put it on the first fret of the second string, and then take your middle finger and put that on the second fret of the third string. And you're just gonna repeat that pattern. And we lift our index finger at the end, because that's really the note you're gonna hear follow through. Then we just slide up the fretboard to the third fret with our thumb. And then we have I use my ring finger, put my ring finger on the 5th fret of the 4th string. And it's the same finger picking pattern. So I'm gonna play it slowly. Again. Slide up. Play that second string open, and then you slide up. And So what you're gonna do then when you slide up is after you do that open E string, once again it's coming up, down, down. So low E string, and then you're gonna go back to the third string. Make sure your middle finger or your ring finger is on the 5th fret of the 3rd string. Right? So one more time. All right. So, and the next note is the high E string. And then back down to your low E string, then back to our 3rd string, and then we go to our 2nd string. So one more time from the top. So the next shape we're gonna do is you're gonna take your thumb and put it on the 3rd fret of the low E string, and you're also gonna bar. This is where it gets a little tricky. You're also gonna bar the 5th string with your thumb, and then you're gonna take your index finger and bar the bottom 2 on the 3rd fret, the bottom 2 strings, and then you're gonna take your middle finger or ring finger, whichever one is more comfortable, and you're going to put that on the 4th fret of the 3rd string. Same exact strumming pattern, finger picking pattern we've been practicing this entire time. It's very important. If you don't have it now, go and get it. Right? Just like that. Now that shape might take a little bit of practice. So the next shape is a lot easier. All you have to do is take your index finger and put it on the 3rd fret of the 1st string, and then take I use my ring finger and pinky for this because I hammer on, and you can put that on the 5th fret of the 2nd and 3rd string. And instead of plucking the bass 6th string with your thumb, you're gonna pluck the 5th string instead. Same exact finger picking pattern. Same exact thing. And then you just transition back to the beginning. So there you go. You got it. You got it, didn't you? That's amazing, right? Don't you feel like an accomplished artist? Isn't it like the best feeling? So what he does next is he goes into this slight bridge or pre-chorus. I'm going to teach you that next. So instead of going from our last shape back down to our first shape, you're going to come from this shape, the one where your index finger's on the 3rd fret of the 1st string and your middle finger or ring finger and pinky are on the 2nd and 3rd fret. I found it a lot easier. I've tried it like 3 different ways, literally. The easiest way for me to do this one is just to bar that 5th string. Sometimes I don't get it that well, but sometimes I do. And it's just literally the quickest way I've found to like get to that shape, because what you also have to do is put your middle finger on the 6th fret of the 2nd string. Same finger picking pattern. But I just found it a lot easier to bar the 5th fret. And you'll see that I'm playing, I did not mention this at first, but you'll see that I'm playing my capo on the 2nd fret. It's because my guitar is tuned a whole step down. You don't have to do that. I'm doing that. So fret that whole 6th down, and we're just gonna walk it down with all our shapes, back down the whole scale. So we're gonna go back to the 3rd fret of the 1st string, and then the 2nd and 3rd string of the 5th fret. And then we're gonna take that down to our shape that we did, but instead of having to bar it with your thumb, all you have to do, since we're not playing all of those, is put your index finger, and once again, this is the fastest way I found to do it. If you found a fast way for you, go for it. You just walk it back down to your index finger on the 3rd fret of the 5th string, and then the 3rd fret of the 3rd string and 3rd fret of the 2nd string. And then walk it back down to our first shape. And then we go back up to the 2nd shape, put the thumb on the 3rd fret of the low E string, and then put your middle finger on the 3rd string, 5th fret. And then just keep going back and forth. And there you go. You learned how to play the first part of this song. Come back for part 2 later on because it's a bit more complicated. It'll be a longer video. Thank you for joining me. I hope this made you feel great for picking up the guitar. Hopefully you'll pick it up again with me sometime soon. Catch you later. Peace.